Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what is going on? My name is Zigga Blaze, aka YungSpyderBoy. Welcome to the channel. I'm here with a special guest today.
Onion Jack.
And welcome to Sundays with Blaze. First thing I kind of want to discuss before we hop into our conversation about Call of Duty, the most recent Modern Warfare's kill streaks, was a question that you and Pooped Up Cheese, you guys had two questions on Twitter for me for the Q&A kind of section of today's Sundays with Blaze. The first question, I don't know which one of you said which, but one of you said Pooped Up Cheese says, what's an activity that makes you feel alive? And the first thing that came to mind was snowboarding. Did it for the first time this past winter. Or no, the very end of the winter. Like the first day of spring, we went up to Wachusett Mountain and I went snowboarding. And it was absolutely crazy. Like it was super, super thrilling. And like the first time I've had that like crazy fight or flight kind of like wicked alive feeling, the adrenaline just pumping through me. So that was definitely an activity that made me feel alive. And then you asked me a video game that makes me feel alive.
The same question, I just changed
it. And I would definitely have to say Rainbow Six. As much as I love this new Call of Duty, like Rainbow Six Siege, every single session I've ever played it, I can say I've probably learned something or learned how to get better at something, and that's like unheard of with any other, like, let alone a multiplayer game, let alone like a single player game. Which is even usually more packed with content than multiplayer. But like, yeah, it's definitely a game that I could say is absolutely crazy. And it makes me feel quite alive, especially when you have those moments where like everyone thinks you're about to lose, and you just pop off
and you come in, you clutch up,
you shoot all five of them, and everyone's just like, oh my god!
That one moment,
yeah.
Everybody's had that moment.
You can't beat it. You really can't. But yeah, quick couple things before we get into our main topic today, which is going to be Call of Duty kill streaks. And kind of the balancing of them, and both where me and Lil Gooch stand on the said topic. I wanted to say, first of all, if you guys aren't subscribed to my boy Lil Gooch, you're like 90% in the shot, and it's blowing my mind. I'm just gonna turn the table to make it easier. We clinked with our chairs and did like a cheers earlier. If you guys aren't following / subscribe to Lil Gooch, go check out his channel. Link's gonna be in the description of this video. Kid's a legend, popping off videos, content all the time. He's over on Mixer streaming pretty regularly. You know, you got partnered over there by them already? Yeah. That's sick, dude. I haven't like seen you since that happened, so that's really cool.
I know.
But yeah, guys, check them out. Besides that, Sundays with Blaze is a series I do want to bring back to the channel. I'll probably try and have myself or have a special guest with me pretty much every Sunday if I can. And a big part of Sundays with Blaze is going to be Q&A questions. So if you guys have any questions with real life topics or any video games that you guys are currently playing or you'd like to see us play or talk about, feel free to leave them down below in the comments. Just say that it's a question for Sundays with Blaze.
Sundays with Blaze.
Now, let's get on to today's topics. So we're going to start with the highest kill streaks here first and discuss our personal opinions on them. We both. What level are you currently?
Max.
You're 155. Like okay, so I'm like 153 at this point. So I've definitely played a decent amount of this game too. We both pretty much hit the max rank that's available at the moment. So we have both logged quite a bit of hours into this game.
I'd say probably like 8 days together. No, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe 6.
Because I think I had 4, and you.
Yeah,
I mean, if 5. You have more playtime than me, yeah. So we're definitely over 8. So. Starting with Juggernaut, 15 kill streak.
Almost there to a nuke.
Yeah, like you're halfway to a nuke because it's 30 gun kills to get a nuke.
I thought it was 25, but no.
No, they made it 30 in this. So, in my personal opinion, and from the few times that I have got the Juggernaut, I've got it probably like 4 times total at this point since the game's come out.
I haven't gotten one.
It is underpowered, like severely underpowered. armor, like the health on it, is really squishy, and a 12 kill streak being the gunship is stronger than the 15 kill streak.
Yeah.
Which just like
I haven't seen any juggernauts like.
Yeah, not many people are using it because
No.
one, it's very hard to get. 15 kills is in this game specifically, like Black Ops 4 or 3, Black Ops 2, like any of the CODs recently before this, 15 kills isn't kind of too crazy, but 15 kills in this game in one life is not an easy thing to pull off.
You die a lot.
Yeah, it's a very fast time to kill. In my opinion, I'm gonna say the Juggernaut is at the moment where it's balanced. It's no more than a 12 kill streak. It shouldn't be. Yeah, I honestly would put it at like 11 or 10 if I was the developer myself. I think it's of all the streaks in the game, the one that's most out of place at the moment. But if they buff its health and make the minigun a bit more accurate, I think those two things would just make it. Yeah, even if it just buffed the health, because the minigun's okay. But moving on, what do we got next there?
Gunship, AC-130, or support helo.
So for the two 12 kill streaks, we're looking at
11 and 12.
advanced UAV and gunship for the two 12s.
Okay, yeah.
Between those two, which one would you pick? I'm curious.
Gunship or I don't know. I mean, it depends what game mode, because the advanced UAV is like really good, critical, because like it gives you like a real outline in your map.
Yeah.
Versus a gunship, I mean, they can either shoot it down, or like you get a couple kills, or they all go inside, like just in buildings and stuff. It's like sometimes if people play like that, then the gunship's like, man.
Yeah,
But
at
it's
least like
powerful.
I would say with the map design at the moment, the gunship is kind of like a hit or miss. Like it's either absolutely nasty. Oh, the screen shut off.
Oh.
It's either absolutely nasty. I've got it a few times, and I've dropped like 10, 15 kills with it.
Yeah, I've got them. They're really good.
The best thing about it is for a 12 kill streak, that thing is almost impossible to shoot down unless you have a full team like dedicated to launching missiles at it, because you can't hit it with bullet damage, and like everyone spawns with mostly 2 rockets unless you're running the ammo thing, and you can throw down crates for your team, and like
but you only get one back. Like that's still 3.
Exactly. But by the time you even get locked on, most of the time you're getting destroyed by its missile, so it's pretty rough to try and take one down. At the moment, I would say the gunship's probably the most powerful kill streak in the game.
I mean, the chopper gunner's really good too.
That was going to... I knew that was going to be your argument.
The chopper, it's so easy to get, and then you're just launching missiles.
So before we make the discussion on whether the chopper gunner or the gunship is better, let's talk about the elephant in the room. The 11 kill streak, the support helo.
Oh, yeah. Big elephant.
It's a big elephant. That thing's huge. But it goes down in 3 missiles. 3 or 4 missiles, and which is way too fast. It's a huge target. You don't even need to lock on. It's just 3 free fire missiles. It goes down quick for an 11 kill streak. Why is this kill streak higher than the chopper gunner? Because I would put the Pavlo at the moment at a 9.
Yeah, I'd switch them.
I would.
Chopper gunner should be
the chopper gunner should be the 11, and the support helo needs to be a 10 or a 9. I would say 10 just because if people run hardline, and it was a 9, it would be an 8 kill streak, and that might be a little too easy. But okay, that's the next big one, and I want you guys to leave a comment down below if you have used both of these kill streaks or been killed by them a lot. What between the gunship and the AC-130, which one do you think is a better kill streak, personally?
Gunship and the AC-130. Or the gunship.
I'm sorry, the gunship or the chopper gunner? My bad.
Chopper gunner? I mean, the chopper gunner can also get shot down, but you can move it and try to redirect
yourself. That's the cool thing with it.
And you got like 16 missiles, and then you can just shoot them.
Did you play Black Ops 1 a lot?
No.
So the last kill streak in Black Ops 1 was an 11 kill streak. It was either dogs or a gunship, and it was that type of gunship where you could control it and free fire missiles and had a minigun on it. So
that's good.
Honestly, like for a 10 kill streak, and if you run hardline, a 9 kill streak to get a chopper gunner, like it's one of the best kill streaks in this game for how much it costs at the moment.
It's quick too. Like you can launch your missiles so fast.
Yep.
Like an area, and the blast radius on them is huge.
It's nuts.
You can aim them in in the window.
Yeah, and they absolutely destroy people trying to hide from you. The other 10 kill streak is the
Triggered.
white phosphorus.
Triggered.
Why?
This is breaking the Geneva Convention. White phosphorus.
White phosphorus. Oh,
Triggered.
yeah. It is. It is technically breaking that.
No, I'm kidding.
It's a war crime in itself.
It is. That's why people were triggered.
Dude, everyone gets triggered. It's a
game.
video
You
game,
gotta get
man.
over
Like,
it.
you gotta just build a bridge.
Build a bridge.
But
it is good. It's good.
it's good, but my only argument is that it shares the same kill streak slot as the chopper gunner.
Yeah.
And, like, the only time, in my own personal opinion, that I've seen it so far where the chopper gunner, or where the white phosphorus bested the chopper gunner in kills, was on the new farmland map in Ground War. Because the map's like this, and if you call a white phosphorus in, it
goes
blankets
all over,
every single site. I called one in the other day, and I wasn't able to keep track of how many kills.
I'm just realizing how good that was.
It's
for farmland.
insane.
I haven't tried that.
Dude,
I need to tell
it's
Justin
the
about
most
that, too.
fun kill streak to use on that map.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and if you run if you run kill chain or if you run the point man with it, it got me my gunship calling in the white phosphorus.
I mean, yeah, and it helps your team
Which
out
was
too.
sick, yeah.
It kind of gives you like a sight block, like
And it
it's too
slows
much.
down the enemy too that runs through it and puts them
Yeah.
at a critical damage.
That's why you just one shot people. It's like it's hardcore.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, your team still has full health.
Exactly.
So both of those I would say are pretty on par, but it just comes down to the maps at the moment that makes the gunship better in most
Don't even get me
situations. Not the
started
gunship,
on the
the
maps.
chopper gunner.
Don't talk about the maps.
No, the maps
This
are
is
gonna have to be a
kill
whole
streaks.
separate. We're gonna talk about maps a whole different day.
Yeah,
that's a different discussion. Let's stick with the kill streaks for now. But next we have the 2 8 kill streaks in the game.
VTOL
Yeah, we're looking at the VTOL, aka the Harrier,
and the
and
emergency
the
airdrop.
E-drop.
Now I'm gonna have to just go straight to the VTOL because it's not the airdrop. That we
I'm
used
not
to
even
have.
going to contest that whatsoever. I've used the airdrop. It was one of the first things I wanted to try and go for in this game, and I got it. All 3 of them fell outside of the map, and then I get every time I call them in, they take so long to come in that it gives the enemy team enough time to get over to you and just wipe you, and then you flip spawns.
Yeah.
And in the older Call of Duties,
They were way
forgive me
better.
if I'm wrong, but when you called in an emergency airdrop, I feel like if you died, the game went out of its way to spawn you somewhat close to your own airdrop.
Yeah.
In this game, it just flips you with no mercy. It's like, yeah, you're on the other side of the map, and your 3 kill streaks are over there by their spawn.
How many did you get in MW2 for
You got
care packages?
4.
You got 4, so you get 3, and they're
You
all
get
spread
3.
out. Like
and
they're far.
yeah,
like,
and they
they're
don't
far
fall on the
apart.
map fast because they have this
No.
stupid little parachute, which looks sick, but like it just makes it. They need to fall in faster.
Yeah.
They need to.
I
buff
used
that.
it once, and it got stuck on the top because it's like a
They're
triangle.
annoying. Like
It's
you're not even guaranteed to get any of your streaks, which makes 8 kills not really worth it for me. The VTOL calls in with an airstrike, which almost always gets a kill because it's like the precision airstrike and
I've
it really
seen-
targets.
I've seen in Ground War get like 5 or 6
Dude,
men.
it's
like,
insane.
It just
And then you
screams.
have it sitting right where you called it in, and it'll just melt people. Or you can
Yeah, you
hold it
target it.
to yourself and have it literally defend you wherever you are. It's insanely strong for an 8 kill streak. 7 kills with hardline. Honestly,
It's
if you guys
crazy.
aren't running the VTOL, start running it.
Run it.
Yeah.
Run it up. Alright. What do we got next?
We're
Oh my god, I love the
okay.
Wilson.
So we have
I'm sorry.
3 7 kill streaks in this game.
The Wilson.
The Wheelson, the infantry vehicle, and the sentry gun. We're gonna start with the infantry vehicle and Wheelson because they're interchangeable. All 3 of these are interchangeable because they're all 7 kills. But what I mean is, if you run the infantry tank and you get it on a map that's too small, it will switch you to the Wheelson automatically and give you that instead.
Really?
Yeah. Because there are certain maps that don't have big enough fields to actually fit a tank into, and it would just make it be for a worth its kill streak. But here's my thing: the tank in multiplayer, when you get it called in as a kill streak, is about the same as the Wheelson, except it's just more clunky. Like, I haven't found a use for the actual tank over the Wheelson once. Even on
the
maps that
Wilson's way
you can
quicker,
have
too.
a tank. Yeah, the
And it's
Wheelson just
smaller.
like it fits inside. It can be a little clunky at times, but like it is the nastiest kill streak to run if you're running kill chain. And that if the Wheelson's your first kill streak, pick whatever 2 other ones you want, and if you're good enough, you can probably get all 3 of your streaks in a single life if you get up to your Wheelson. So I would say that's a really nasty 7 kill streak.
Yeah.
The sentry gun, I want to love because when it locks on, it's gross.
Yeah.
But the placement is so bad, it's astonishing. Literally,
There's a lot of bad things.
dude, it's insane. Oh, there's a lot of things. We're gonna have a whole other episode of the good, the bad, and the ugly with this. But
see, I want to love it because Black Ops 3, that sentry gun was so busted. On Nuketown, you put it everywhere, and then like any other map, it just you can sit it in a windowsill and it would just melt people, and like it's just so good. But like this one, it's really big, and the maps aren't big enough. Like,
no, they're not.
Some of them aren't just. They're all single. Like I don't understand. Like
I mean, there's a lot of clunkiness, so like your sentry gun doesn't always lock on enough.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a lot of open area usually where a sentry gun just benefits being placed. A lot of the objectives are in clunkier areas, and the placement on the damn thing, like in Modern Warfare 2, you ran around with this little tiny sentry gun, and it had a yellow outline or a red. Or it was red if you couldn't place it, and the yellow was almost always ready to go. Like you could almost just always click it down. With this one, it's huge. You can't sprint with it when you have it out. For some reason, you have to walk with it. Yeah,
because it's so big.
Yeah, and you can only place it in very specific areas. You can't hide it behind like half walls and stuff because there's usually not enough room on the ground for it. They need to kind of make it like easier to use, and I would love it. But then moving down to our airstrike section of the kill streaks, we're looking at all three of the airstrikes. We have the cluster
Strike, cruise missile, and the precision airstrike.
Okay.
The precision airstrike.
Yeah.
It is
Are you a fan?
so loud, and it's pretty good.
It's
like,
pretty
if you
cool.
line it up right, in
Yeah.
like a ground war or just like any other just objective, and just fly it over. It gets so many kills.
I would say of all three of them, the precision airstrike is definitely the most reliable per kill. No, I don't know, because the cruise missile is a pred missile, right?
Yeah.
Like, the only problem
that.
I have with it that I think is not as good as the precision airstrike is the fact that it has to go through that beginning animation where you're sailing over the top of the map.
Yeah.
And then it breaks off, and then you're in your pred missile.
Yeah. It should just be instant.
And yeah, in MW2 and MW3, in the Black Ops games that had the cluster strike, all of those games had a straight, just you were already top down coming into the map. Like, the animation is sick. Don't get me wrong, it's wicked immersive to be like launching in and then your missile like comes out of its pod, like super cool. But by the time that you're actually like cruising down, most people have already noticed that it's on the top of the map and they're hiding in a building, and like I feel like I lose a lot of kills because of it.
Yeah.
But it is super cool to have that accuracy. But I would say it's between that and the precision airstrike.
And I've seen a crazy clip of someone like just steering outside of the map for a second and then going
like
into the
turning it
tunnel in
around.
Asvar in the cave and
That's
got like a
nutty.
fight. He turned it so far to go in under the cave and then blew him up.
You
It
know
was
what?
crazy.
I got killed in ground war yesterday. We were on the top of a building. This kid called in his pred missile and it went below us, but he pulled it up to 90 degrees and flew it sideways right into the top of the building and blew us all up.
Yeah.
So
you can steer him.
you definitely can. I haven't really tried that yet myself, but now that we've brought it up and you've seen
Just
it
got a
too,
hard
like
turn.
I definitely want to try it out a bit more because I tried it once and it was super difficult, but I was probably just pulling it too late.
Yeah.
But probably gonna say the precision airstrike's one of the best. The cluster strike's cool, but like
But it's not quick enough.
the pen thing, like it's wicked sick. I love that it's like 5 or 6 little strikes in one area. It can wipe out people on headquarters, but like it doesn't come in instantly. Like you said, it's like it's got a little.
But it gives
slow.
you a speed buff when you have it out.
Does it?
It does. You move quicker when you have it out. I feel
I didn't even know.
Unless that's just a console
It
thing,
might
but
be a
when you have it out,
maybe
you're
your field of
moving
view
that
zooms
fast.
back a little bit, so you feel faster.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Yeah,
It's because
could
it's
be.
like Dead Silence gives you that speed buff for us and like the POV thing. It gives you like a boost. It's weird.
All right,
The 4.
down to our 3-4 kill streaks. That was weird to say.
Yeah, I know, because we were talking about the 4, and then it was 3 and 4,
Yeah.
and then we said 4.
Okay. We have our counter UAV, our UAV, and our care package.
Have to disagree with the UAV being in a 4 slot.
Yeah.
To be a 3, counter UAV is usually better in every other Call of Duty.
All right. Well, the only argument you want to put it down to a 3.
Yeah.
The only argument I have with that is hardlines in the game, and making UAVs a 2 kill streak, especially in ground war, would be the most spammy thing on the planet.
No, put it as a 3 kill streak.
That's what I'm saying, but hardline would make it a 2 if it was a 3
yeah,
kill streak.
technically. I mean,
That's the only issue I have with that.
but it gives people more of a chance to shoot more things down. Like,
I guess so. Yeah, but the thing that bothers me isn't that UAV's a 4, it's that counter UAV's a 4.
but it's always been above in every other.
That's what I mean. I can deal with UAV being a 4 kill streak and having to choose between a care package and a UAV. Because I'm a player who's going to choose UAV. I'm not a huge care package fan. It's cool once in a while, but like my thing is that I love to run the UAV counter UAV setup, and like I would always run that and kind of do UAV counter UAV
And then
advanced
something else.
UAV
Yeah.
or like orbital VSAT, and that setup's like super fun to me because the two UAVs are really close to each other, so like you get on that streak and then you get those
And then you
two,
go.
and like then you're just popping off.
Yeah.
You have a little bit of an advantage. Your team's like you get all those extra points rolling in. And it helps you work towards that big streak that you want at the end, whatever it may be. Sometimes I would run UAV, counter UAV, and then have like a chopper gunner. But I hate that I have to choose between a UAV or a counter UAV as my only two options. Like,
Yeah.
I wish I could run UAV and counter, because I love them both, but I'm choosing UAV almost every time over counter.
And then your care packages don't give you like that good stuff. Like,
Almost, yeah, I would say I took a little bit of notes on them.
yeah, lots of UAVs and some turrets.
Yeah, and I got in a single session. You get, I mean, this isn't stats by any means. Like I'm a single person, so like these tests like don't mean like these percentages don't mean anything
Not the
specifically.
community.
Yeah, it's not like the overall consensus. But in my own personal game session, I played one session and I recorded these notes. I got maybe 7 or 8 care packages in like a 2-hour session. I would say 5 out of the 7 were counter UAV or UAV or personal radar, and the last 2 were turrets. But that's it, out of 7. So I didn't really get anything crazy strong, but at the same time, like, it's 4 kills, so you shouldn't get crazy stuff often, which is good.
And the counter UAV, you have to. It only covers a certain amount of space. It's not the whole map.
It doesn't cover a whole map, but the cool thing with it is that you can put it over objectives in certain areas, and it covers a good radius. Like, I would say a decent chunk of the map. Yeah, and it doesn't only shut off people's UAV, it shuts off people's HUDs entirely. It scrambles the whole HUD, which for some players isn't a big deal. Like, for longtime fans and veterans like of the series, you're still going to be able to play your gunfights. But for some players, scrambling that entire HUD is actually going to make them like, what's happening,
Yeah, they're
and
gonna start bugging out.
they're going to be looking at their HUD instead of you, and you get that split second to make the kill. And then finally we're closing in on the last 2 kill streaks in the game, which are the little guys at 3 kills, or 2 if you have hardline. What do we got here?
Personal radar and the shield turret. Now, personal radar, I've seen it. It's like good, but it exposes where you are because it follows you.
Yes,
so that's how I've led to killing people. Because I see it, I hear it hovering.
A good
over
player is going to use your personal radar against you, which is a big thing with that, because it does follow you if you guys haven't noticed and you're using it and you wonder why you die a lot.
Makes the noise, the hovering noise is so
That hovering noise is super loud. It's easy to take out with a clip on most assault rifles.
Takes 3 sniper shots.
Yeah, okay, yeah, they're very weak. They don't have a lot of health. Not only do they go down fast, but you give away your own position, and most of the time people running Ghost are just going to laugh at you.
Yeah.
And a lot of people run Ghost because Ghost is one of the strongest perk 2s in the game. There's no point not to run it unless you're a type of player who likes kill chain like me. Like, I run kill chain or hardline a lot. I love streaks. That's my thing with COD. But some people just like to not die, and Ghost is great at that because you don't have to fucking move. So it's really good. But at the same time, it has a lot of negatives to it as well. But it's only 2 kills with hardline, 3 kills without it, so it's not like a lot of risk to it.
Yeah.
And then the shield turret is kind of just a meme.
Yeah.
I mean, it's decent. Like, it's definitely better than Tachanka's turret. I'll give him that.
Oh my god.
And you can set up a deployable shield in this game and set up your Tachanka turret behind it, like Siege style. And I've done it, and it's actually a pretty nasty strat.
All right,
but
we're gonna do this as a Siege video.
Dude, see which version's better? Tachanka's turret with a shield, or... Ooh, you guys have that coming soon. So that wraps up the kill streaks for the most part. I would probably choose personal radar over the shield turret most times, but it'd probably be fun to do the shield turret more often with friends. Make little, like, bases and setups. It's not bad. It's just kind of a gimmicky streak.
Yeah.
But a couple of final notes here. I wanted to let Logooch tell you about next week's stream. If you want to
we're gonna
Explain
do
to the people that.
So if you guys don't know, over in Australia, they're having a lot of wildfire issues, just like us in California. And all the koalas, 80% of them lost all of their habitat, it burned down and all that.
That's so sad.
So what I was thinking one day while I was working, I was like, you know what? If we just playing a lot of COD, so I was gonna say like COD for koalas. And I don't know if I should put it as a K for COD, like just replace the C. But like the C and the K rhyme, so like it just kind of
Just I would spell with a C. I don't know.
It gives you that like I don't know that sound. But like
I think the people will understand. They're smart.
yeah, and we would do that, and I would make it a 12-hour live stream, which would be crazy.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's what
that'd
we're
be
gonna
the
try and go
longest.
for.
Maybe split it into shifts of 6.
Yeah.
And just grind out COD. Like you're grinding out, you're getting things, and then people who stop by, if they want to donate, all the proceeds would go to a couple foundations, and it would help out a lot. You know?
Lagooch has looked into different foundations that are nonprofit that are really going to help this koala population try and get back on its feet, because this is really devastating. I know we're not dealing with it firsthand, but these animals
If we can
only
just,
have one home.
yeah,
And
we could just play video games to help them. Like
Yeah.
literally just playing.
if there's anything we can do, we're going to try to. So if you guys are interested in stopping by, even if you don't want to donate, just you guys stopping by and showing your support and spreading the word is super, super helpful to us and helpful to a lot of animals in need that are absolutely adorable and furry and great for our environment.
Exactly.
So that's going to be this upcoming Saturday. At the time of this video going up, it's going to be probably later Sunday night, afternoonish.
Yeah.
So this upcoming week, this Saturday, what day of the week is that? Do you know off the top of your head? Hold on, people.
Is it the 30th?
That's what we have cell phones for.
I don't know.
Saturday, yes. So
It's the 30th.
this upcoming Saturday, the 30th, we are going to be doing that 12-hour stream. So you guys feel free to come stop by, spread the word, show some love for the koalas, and
man.
yeah, we will see all of you beautiful faces there. But to wrap it all up, I hope you guys enjoyed. We haven't done a Sundays with Blaze in a very long time here on the channel. This is a different format than it has ever been in the past.
Yes.
However, you don't have to stick with what you've done in the past.
It's the future.
It's the future.
You're living
we're
in the
always
future.
we're living in the present and moving through the future, folks. The past is just a figment of your imagination, not your imagination, but your mind.
Exactly. Can't do anything about it.
Anyways, not to get too philosophical on this episode. Philosophical?
Philosophical. Waffle.
Philosophical, dude. I'm not even gonna correct
my
myself.
God.
Not to get too philosophical on this episode. We'll save the philosophy for later. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoyed the guest Logooch.
Yes.
Showing.
And if you want to see some gameplay of us playing, go to either channel.
Yes.
Either one. It'll be up here, down there. I don't know.
That stream is most likely going to start and or finish on Logooch's channel, so make sure you guys are subscribed. I'm going to stop rambling. We're going to try and do more Sundays with Blaze going forward here on the channel. Leave all your comments down below. If you guys have any ideas for this series going forward, let me know. We love you all. Hope you all have a wonderful and safe rest of your afternoon. We will see all of you beautiful faces later. Peace out.